Hello Leo, and welcome to my channel. Oh my goodness, everything's come out. It might feel a little bit like that for you. Everything's coming out at once. But welcome to my channel, Greenliongoddess Tarot. This is your reading for March, and we are in a Mercury retrograde. So I feel like March is a bit of a quieter energy for you. We're still in the eclipse portal. There is an eclipse, the full moon in Virgo, so expect some change. But with this card, the King of Crystals, courage and commitment, I would imagine that a lot of things coming up for you this month are going to be around financial issues, financial worth, around value. It's a month of recalibration around value, both financial and personal. And this is also because we've got this energy of a new beginning coming in with Saturn and Neptune starting in Aries, a fellow fire sign for you. And this is going to make a positive aspect to you guys. Something good is beginning, but it might not just be super clear yet. Moving into the Mercury retrograde energy, it's really important for you to be, it's sort of a quieter, more inward energy, because they're saying to me it's preparation for April. April, when we move into, because we're in Pisces season, you would think moving into Aries season would be a bit more of a go time for you, but I feel like go time's April, Aries season. And that's when everything starts moving forward. So this is a time to really sit and think about it. You might already be doing this, especially with the Pluto opposition, of what is actually right for you. What is something that is really authentic to you? And it might be this sense of renegotiating things, going through things, auditing, considering stuff. Is this offer right for me? Is this payment plan right for me? Is this shared financial agreement right for me? Is something that I'm believing or teaching right for me? Really, it's this sense of going deeper into the truth of who you are, Leo. And so I feel like there's this energy. They're showing me a beautiful fire, fire, and a lion next to the fire, just sitting there mulling over, like thinking. It's sort of like it's something's whirling around inside of you, and everything that comes into play is like, is this deep and true for me? Is this the authentic version of me that is being called forward now? Because it may be this sense of, and it can actually be very empowering, this beautiful energy. And so having the courage to commit to this, the King of Pentacles, this beautiful tiger here. And it's almost like, okay, where have I taken on stripes, like being the tiger when I'm really the lion? Where have I pretended to be something, whether I knowingly or not, that felt like, okay, comparison, this is what everyone else is doing, this is how you're supposed to do it. I'll turn up as this beautiful, fierce tiger still, but it's a still beautiful feline, you know. People might not notice the difference because I'm Leo, but yet you're turning up as the tiger, not the lion. And so where is it where there's just, it may even be a very small change where it's like, hold on, that's just not really you. That's not you. That's not how you go about this. There's something very unique around you and uniquely different. And so this is where, yeah, definitely agreements around money and value is at the bottom of all of this, and how you're negotiating that really needs to be this sense of, how are you turning up? Are you turning up as something slightly similar to you that people might not notice, that, oh, it's a tiger, not a lion, it's a beautiful, majestic cat, but yet maybe it's not really truly you. So this is something to be pondering, and it can bring some stuff up. This is where you can be triggered deep down with this for you, Leo. Like the things that are coming up, maybe something's really not working for you, and it's like, why is this not working? Then you're realizing it just, yeah, this Pluto energy coming up. Pluto, Scorpio, cut 5. If something is feeling emotionally challenging, or it's feeling like there's an emotional depth and intensity to it that comes in, some of these things, it can just be the smallest thing, a trigger, an experience, and suddenly it's like, whoa, I wasn't expecting that to come up. Now I've gone back to a memory or a feeling or something that has been stored in my body. It can even be trauma as well, that can come up, or just feelings and emotions that are there that have been squashed down for a while, and it came up and it's like, oh, I didn't realize I was holding that. I didn't realize that was there. And it can be like, whoa, why did this, almost feels like it comes out of nowhere, but yet it's like, okay, what is this experience teaching me, it's showing me it's there. I maybe have just been, it's been squashed, or I've avoided it, or I've been managing and coping perfectly well without having to address this energy that now is coming up and wanting acknowledgement and to be seen, something deep inside of you. So with the Pluto Scorpio, this is about releasing some of the energy of the past, the emotional loss, grief, disappointment, heartache. Things from the past might be coming up. And it's things that have been limiting you or might have been holding you back in some way. And I get that for a lot of you, this hasn't even been particularly conscious. It's just something, sometimes we live with the little pains, the little things, like we might have a little sore hip or a sore neck, or, that little pain in our heart. And it's like, we just carry on. Leo, you carry on. You can do that because you're beautiful and you're big and you're brave. And yet that universe is saying, well, why do you have to carry on holding that anymore? Maybe there's a way to release it and to be able to move through the world without that pain. But it also feels like it needs to kind of come up and to be seen and felt, which might feel intense before you're ready to go, okay, I'm moving on from that. So if things are weirdly not working out or feeling disappointing for you, this is where it's this sense of being really deeply questioning, what are you committing to? Because if something is disappointing or an emotional challenge, the question might be why. This is you, the King of Fire. This is actually an Aries energy. So the King of Fire coming in, that's that 0 degree point of Saturn and Neptune. This is something that hasn't happened for thousands of years, Saturn and Neptune conjunct at the 0 degree point of Aries, which is the beginning of the Zodiac. And this is the Aries king in this particular deck. He sits on his throne. You can see the ram in the background, the ram on the throne. And this is a sense of something new is coming in, an embodied leadership, a new identity is coming in. And it's saying, you can't be that tiger anymore. You have to be the lion. And it might be, I didn't even notice that I was being the tiger, but now I realize that I was. Something new is sparking here. How are you embodying your leadership? It's very divine masculine here. Now, this King of Wands is very impetuous. This Aries king in this particular, this is my Greek myths. He can sometimes rush in and go, oh, I'm doing this. Yes, it's fire, because the fire is going to be activated for you, Leo. And so it might be jumping quickly into things where you get just this instinct, like, that's what I'm doing. And then it's like, okay, now I've got to work it out. Now I've got to work out what this is and how I can sustain this fire, because Aries can be very quick cardinal fire. It's fire that starts, but it doesn't necessarily burn for a long time. It can run out of steam. It can run out of its fire. Whereas if we add it to your beautiful energy, Leo, which is the sustained fire, you know how to keep a fire burning here. Well, then that's going to be a really, really positive energy for you. So what is beginning? It may not be super clear, but with the King of Wands and the Emperor, it is about your authority. It is about the authority you hold. Look at that beautiful tiger there holding the authority, the King of Pentacles. So where are you receiving value or receiving money based on your authority? And that doesn't have to only be money. It might be where you're feeling valuable within a situation, or you're valuing your work, or you're feeling valued within a relationship. Here you are, like taking those first initial steps. You've got this Wheel of Fortune. Fate is coming in. We are in the eclipse season. This is feeling really positive so far for you, Leo. Here is actually Aries again. This card is the Chariot, but in this particular deck, this is Aries, the god of war, charging into battle. So what are you fighting for? Because there's a battle here of Jason with the dragon. Trying to get the golden fleece back, and wondering whether he has the confidence to do that. And look who turned up again, the King of Pentacles, King Midas. So definitely a lot to do with your self-worth, an inner recalibration of that, because we're in the Mercury retrograde. Ooh, I love it. And the Queen of Wands as well, Leo. This is such good energy for you. If you can work with this so well, then in comes everything you touch turns to gold with the King Midas. But it is this sense of, it needs to have this sense of a homecoming. It needs to come back to yourself. So we have the King and Queen of Wands. I love this coming in for you. I love this sense of, yes, what I'm really drawn to is all the the emperor on the throne, the queen on the throne, the king on the throne, the king of pentacles on the throne. Everybody's like, how are you wielding that sense of your sovereignty? How are you holding that? And it actually feels really positive moving forward here with this. So I'm loving this. I'm seeing a story of fire and earth coming in here, and it feels like it's ready to move forward. The thing is that here's the King of Wands, the impetuous king that wants to move into something. You might be a sense of this new spark, something that you're wanting to hold and something that you're wanting to do, but it's crossed by the Eight of Swords, Ace of Swords. So this is Athena, the goddess of truth, of wisdom. Maybe, and it can represent clarity, maybe you jumped in and even though it's not clear. And it's like, yeah, exactly that thing. Now I've got to work it out. It can also be like, oh, I'm feeling this thing stirring and it isn't clear, because the Neptunian energy can be things aren't super clear around it yet. And so it's this energy of feeling like you might be like wanting to jump in, and then it might be like just pausing and holding back. You might be caught between those worlds of, I don't know what I'm doing with this. Am I jumping in or am I not? Am I jumping in and just seeing how it works, or am I pausing and waiting for more clarity? And it can feel a little bit like that, Leo, for you, just at this moment in time as you're trying to work out what's going on here. And at the base here comes the Emperor, and this is Zeus, the king of the gods. This is the big energy. And Zeus is holding the power of the lightning bolts. It's like, how are you holding your power? Lightning bolt is like fast. It's genius energy as well. It's change. It's something gets illuminated. How are you holding that power? How are you wielding your power? He's got the eagle, which is the soul messages, the energy of being very connected to your soul. I'm really drawn to the purple, which is this really a beautiful color of power and sovereignty. Where are you standing in your power? He's got the world in his hand. So it's an expansive energy of feeling like perhaps the world is your oyster. They're looking outward. Okay, how can I turn up in the world as this beautiful, sovereign, powerful energy? How can I hold my power? How can I hold that power and be very connected to and close to my soul energy as well? How can I be out in the world? And the Emperor is standing on, or sitting on top of Mount Olympus here. You can see how high up, the higher perspective here, the mountains in the distance representing knowing there's challenges here, not afraid of a challenge. And something new is wanting to begin, and it requires you to sit in this authority here and to hold that. So this beginning phase is actually really good. It's like a gift for you, Leo, to be able to go, what is true for me and what isn't, and to see things from that higher perspective. So it might take a little bit of time just for that clarity to come in. It could come in super fast as well when it does come in. In your conscious mind, we've got the Ten of Swords, and here is Athena again. Here she's come in twice, truth, the goddess of truth, wisdom, and strategy. So battle strategy. So what are you fighting with at this moment? Is it like someone? Is it yourself? Is it like a process? What's going on here? What are you battling with, struggling with? Because is there a better strategy to come in here? Some kind of new plan or strategy could be called for. The Ten of Swords is saying no to something and ending something, an old plan, an old strategy. That's not working anymore. There's a new dawn. Let's put an end to that. So it feels very much like you're getting organized a little bit, and that full moon in Virgo will be a great time for you to be getting organized, letting go of things that are not serving you, simplifying something, perhaps. In the recent past, we have this Nine of Cups. This is very nice. This is blessings that have come your way in the past. And so it's sort of like you want to take something good from the past. This is the goddess of love, Aphrodite, blessing Eros and Psyche. So it could be a relationship was blessed, or it could be that you stayed the course with something, whether it's a relationship or something in your life, and you have in some way throughout that process received the blessings. This could be around fulfillment. It doesn't have to only be around love. It could be around feeling fulfilled, feeling abundant. So there's something here. If you look back at in the past, and it could be, they're showing me there's no timeline on this, so this could be just see what comes up for you. But if you go back to the past, there was something that felt a time or something within your experience felt blessed or felt fulfilling, and you're wanting to bring that forward here. So in the near future, I love this, the Two of Wands. This is the fire starting. This is we're moving from the initial King of Wands fire starter into taking those next steps. This is Jason. He's stepping out of the cave. And we can see the little shadow of the centaur there. That's actually Chiron, the wounded healer. So maybe part of the reason why we turned up as the tiger, the reason why you turned up as the tiger, not the lion, maybe it just felt safer. Maybe there was a part of you in that cave with Chiron working on the wound. And then it's like, okay, now I'm tentatively, like Jason, ready to come out of that cave now. There is the new dawn again. We've seen it in the Ten of Swords and the Two of Wands. We're seeing the new beginning. And Jason says, okay, I'm ready to come out and see what's out there for me now. I've done a little bit of healing here, and I'm ready to tentatively go out and explore a new path, see what the world is like. And this is the part of you that is ready to turn up as the lion. There's a part of you that this is the authentic part of you that is wanting to create a fuller picture of who you are. So tentatively taking those first initial steps, trying something out. It doesn't matter if it works really well or not. It's more about if it's feeling right for you. Take those initial steps. It might be a little bit wobbly at first, but it's just, I'm trying this on. I'm trying on the clothes of what it's like to be the emperor, what it's like to hold my power, what it's like to be the King of Wands and the Queen of Wands combined here. Here's the beautiful Leo Queen here. We can see the lion at her feet and the lion's on the throne. What does it mean to be this energy of the Queen of Wands, the divine feminine embodying the Leo energy? What does it mean to feel like that? That's what we want to feel like. So that is the energy that's coming through for you. And tentatively, I'm going out. And even though it may be, I felt like that in many aspects of your life, this energy's been hiding in the cave there, doing some healing, receiving the wisdom of Chiron, the healing of Chiron, and is ready to try and come out and start something new. So it feels like there's a part of you that is newly emerging that is helping you with consolidating, embodying this new identity. So you're turning up as the Wheel of Fortune, which is really interesting. And here we see the fate, the fates here and the wheel spinning. So the wheel of fate has spun while you were in the cave. Here you are inside the cave. So when you're in the cave with Chiron doing all that, going deep into something, doing some healing, you may or may not have been conscious of it, but some of you may have been really consciously working with it. While you were in that cave, the wheel of fate was spinning. And when you come back out again as the Two of Wands, there's something new and fated for you. And the Wheel of Fortune is like a shift of direction. It's a turning point. Something, again, if it's to do with fortune and money, maybe something saying it's time to be making more money based on your true value and your true worth. So you're ready to expand and grow. So energy surrounding you is the Chariot. This is the Mars-like Aries type energy. Normally the Chariot would be a Cancer card, representing the sign of Cancer, but in this particular deck it's got the energy of Aries because he's quite literally storming into battle, leaving the clouds behind him, the storm behind him. There's dust, there's an energy of movement, wanting to push and drive something forward with the Chariot, determination, getting strong. This is an energy of successfully wanting to move something forward. Now, it feels very much like, again, this energy of the Aries wants to charge forward into something, like, I'm taking this on. But it's very different energy to the tentative steps of Jason coming out of the cave and going, okay, there's almost a vulnerability for that. So it's just trying to find the balance between those two energies. There's a part of you going, I want to charge forward, and a part going, but I feel a little bit scared and vulnerable doing this. So finding that balance, and it almost is going to be a little bit of a balancing act as you get your confidence. You're gaining your confidence here. Hopes and fears is this Five of Wands. This is Jason again. He's gone out into the world. This is further down the track. Okay, so maybe you're projecting into the future a little bit, because he's not at the 2, he's at the 5, and he's discovered what he really wants to find is this beautiful golden fleece. That would mean success for him. So what would mean success for you? But yet there's a struggle here to get to that successful energy. You have to battle the dragon. And the dragon, again, represents your inner magic, your wisdom. So it is this sense of it feels like there was something of value that has been guarded. But the dragons love to guard something and beautiful, like the treasure. So where has the treasure within, something really valuable within you, been a bit of a battle to try and access that or find that? And here's Jason battling it. And interestingly, the message of this is you don't have to go it alone. Whether he's aware of it or not, he has this powerful witch here who is supporting him. So he has support in this battle of finding his true worth, or finding the treasure, the value that he's trying to battle against. It is a challenge to grow, but it's an energy of maybe you're projecting, you can see some challenges up ahead and battles for success up ahead. That's something that could come in with it. But also it's like, yeah, this message, you don't have to do it alone, Leo. And we have as the outcome, here's the Capricorn king in this deck. The King of Pentacles, this is King Midas. Everything he touches turns to gold. And look at that beautiful pile of pentacles there, the coin, the gold. So it's a card of success. Success, financial success, business success, value, feeling very valued, and be able to hold that as well in your authority, be able to hold money, hold success, hold value. And it's very beautiful. The story of King Midas is everything he touched turned to gold, but also the food he touched turned to gold. So the message, and he couldn't eat that, and then he couldn't sustain himself. So the message of that is, this is all about sustaining a longer term thing, a courage and commitment to sustain that, work out who you are in that and how you're going to go about that. And so it needs to be fulfilling. It needs to be something that fulfills you. This 8 of Wands, again, is a journey. Again, the fire. This is the fire and earth story we're seeing, is a story of coming back home. That it's a journey of coming back home. It's the 8, which is saying this has been something that's been happening for a long time, over your lifetime. But now that ship, that beautiful wooden boat, is on its journey back home. And we see the beautiful dolphins. There's a lot of water, so expect emotions and intuition to be, there's a lot of movement with that, energy with that, but the dolphins represent joy. So a joyful return back to something you really value, someone you really value, or just making money from feeling really value and worthwhile. There's this sense of the universe is saying, just turn up as you, Leo, and you will be bringing so much value to the world. And it's like, it sounds so easy, and it is a beautiful energy, but at the same time, it's, there's all these like reasons why you've been in the cave, why you've been battling the dragon. So there's some things you're going to have to be saying no to, gaining some clarity around that, so you can return to this beautiful energy, the Queen of Fire, the Leo Queen. She has that beautiful lion, and that's it. The lion this is almost like the vision I was seeing at the beginning of the lion with the fire, and yeah, just very comfortably sitting with something. It's more of an internal energy, the Queen of Wands. And I just get this sense of, I'm really drawn to the smile on her face and the flush of her cheeks. The energy is coming back to you. And she's holding that wand. And she's feeling really comfortable in this energy. The loyalty of that lion is at her feet. So it is about also, what and who have you been loyal to, and for what reasons? And it's finding the right support, but finding it for the reasons. And it's about embodying this beautiful Queen of Wands. She's very warm. It's a warm energy. It's a heart-led energy. It's very expressive. It can be very creative. It's just such a beautiful energy when you embody this Queen of Wands, the Leo Queen energy, the divine feminine. is when you're going to attract what it is you want towards you. And so that's going to be the marker of when you know that you're in that energy, when you're attracting the clients, you're attracting the money, you're attracting the energy, the person, the situation that you're wanting towards you. And that's really good because it's like, okay, you've got a little bit of time to kind of in March to work that out, so that when we get to April, it's like you can move, you're ready to move forward, but in the right energy. So it's almost like the universe is really supporting you in March to be working with these energies and to be able to work with them to so that you're ready. So let's pull an affirmation card. Imagine that there's this, your soul is sending you this message. It has unconditional love for you. It sees all the things that you've been battling with. It's been there in the cave with you, talking to Chiron, and this is the message. I trust my inner wisdom. As I go about my daily affairs, I listen to my own guidance. My intuition is always on my side. I trust it to be there at all times. I am safe. And that is your affirmation, Leo, for March. Okay, so let's pull a final little message, a final soul message for Leo. Let's get our the charms out. So let's see, what do we have? Ooh, okay, I love it. Love. The arrow through the heart. Wow. So yes, for some of you, it is about love. It's about your heart. The Queen of Fire, she's an energy of very connected to the heart chakra. So yes, this can be love coming in for you, but that can come in so many ways. The arrow piercing the heart, we weren't expecting that. But then, oh, I didn't expect to love this. I didn't expect to love that person. This is energy of love returning to you in unexpected ways, Leo. And that is love and fulfillment as well, and in many different forms. So that is your reading. It's such a beautiful reading, and I feel like the final message is that your value doesn't decrease when you become honest about what you need. So this is the beginning of a 36-year cycle for you. When Neptune and Saturn are at the 0 degree point of Aries, it's saying, if you're going to start, let's start well. And so if you'd like to move through this 36-year cycle more consciously and feel more anchored in yourself as it shifts, I'm guiding a live workshop on the 12th of March. Everyone who joins also receives a personal 10-minute tarot and chart reading focused on how the cycle is shaping for you. And the details for that are below. So if you're interested in that, please go over and check that out. And please like, subscribe, share, leave a comment. Love to read your comments, Leo, and find out what's going on for you. Let's share this because other Leos will be going through this and you're not alone. So I think Leos can really be supportive of each other. Look at the beautiful lines. There's nothing more loyal than a Leo. So please share this with each other and take care.